Natural hazards, such as volcanoes and earthquakes, create a range of dangers that threaten lives, infrastructure, and environments. These dangers are known as primary and secondary hazards. Let's break down what these hazards are, why they occur, and why some hazards are more dangerous than others, depending on the type of event and location. Step 1. What are primary and secondary hazards? Primary hazards are the immediate impacts caused by volcanic eruption or earthquake. Secondary hazards occur as a result of the primary hazards, often hours, days, or even years later, and can sometimes be even more destructive. Understanding the difference helps explain why disasters can continue long after the initial event. Step 2. Primary hazards of volcanoes. Primary volcanic hazards occur during an eruption and include lava flows, which destroy buildings and farmland, but usually move slowly enough for people to escape. Ashfall, which can collapse roofs, damage crops, disrupt air travel, and cause breathing problems. And pyroclastic flow, which are fast-moving clouds of hot gas, ash, and rock. These are extremely dangerous and can reach temperatures of over 700 degrees. Step 3 are secondary hazards of volcanoes. Secondary volcanic hazards can include lahars, which are fast-flowing mudflows formed when volcanic ash mixes with rain or melted snow. These can occur long after an eruption and travel many kilometers, burying settlements. Flooding, which can be caused when volcanic material blocks rivers. And climate impacts, where large volcanic eruptions release ash and gases into the atmosphere, temporarily reducing global temperatures. Step 4. Primary hazards of earthquakes. Primary earthquake hazards include ground shaking, which can cause buildings and infrastructure to collapse, and surface rupture, where the ground breaks along the fault lines, damaging roads, pipelines, and railways. These hazards occur suddenly and without warning, making earthquakes particularly dangerous in densely populated urban areas. Step 5. Secondary hazards of earthquakes. Secondary earthquake hazards often cause the greatest damage. Tsunamis, triggered by underwater earthquakes, can devastate coastal areas, as seen in the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. Soil liquefaction, where saturated ground behaves like a liquid, causing buildings to sink or tilt. Landslides, especially in mountains or unstable regions. And fires caused by ruptured gas and electricity lines. In some cases, secondary hazards account for more deaths than the earthquake itself. Step 6. Risk factors and vulnerability. The level of risk from primary and secondary hazards depends on population density, quality of buildings, level of preparedness, and the wealth and government. High-income countries, such as Japan, reduce risk through strict building codes and early warning systems, while lower-income countries often experience higher death tolls due to limited resources and preparedness. Primary hazards can cause immediate destruction, but secondary hazards can extend the impacts of volcanoes and earthquakes long after the initial event. Understanding how and why these hazards occur is essential for reducing risk, improving preparedness, and saving lives.